Welcome back. Welcome back. Another Tuesday, another edition of Matt's Tiers. Also, I don't know if you guys want to see this moving forward, but you guys seem to love the power rankings videos, so we might throw these in on Tuesday, those on Tuesday too. I mean, I guess the tiers kind of are power rankings, but it'll actually be like a 1 through 10 kind of thing. So maybe we'll do it a different day. Maybe we'll do it the same day. You never know. But Matt's Tiers, I rank tiers, teams based on obscure categories, and you'll see how it goes getting into it. These teams are buried. They're off the tiers. They will never return. No matter what they do, they could win the rest of the season, and I don't think they'd be back. The Wizards, the Blazers, the Pistons, the Spurs, the Hornets, the Grizzlies, and the Raptors. Victor Wembanyama could single-handedly bring this team out from the dead because he's unbelievable, but these teams are buried.
It gets better every night.
False hope. These teams at some point during the season went on a little run where you thought that they were going to be a good team for a little bit and make a run, but they've just given every fan like 3 weeks of false hope. Like the Rockets at the beginning of the season, the Hawks had a good stretch before the All-Star break, and the Jazz had their stretch a little before All-Star break too. AFN, all for nothing. These teams decided to start playing good basketball, but it's really just going to mean nothing at the end of the season because they're not going to make the playoffs. So Bulls and Nets, all for nothing. Welcome to the offs. I think these teams pretty much right now, to me, are going to be playoff locks. I don't even care if they're in the play-in, which I do think these are going to be the play-in teams in the Eastern Conference. However, I do think they are playoff locks. I think that the Pacers will win the first one and the Magic will win the second game, but they're going to be fun to see in the offs for the first time. Hold the line. The Sixers, the Pelicans, and the Kings. I think the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference now is so unbelievably close. And for the Sixers, you just kind of got to hold the line until hopefully Embiid can come back. So because you want to keep that seed. Come play-in time, you don't want to be in that. It's a little sketchy. You could lose to. You never know. The Pelicans and the Kings, same kind of deal. I guess the Kings are in the play-in currently. So you don't really want to be in there, but you can't get down to like the 9 or 10 seed because the Lakers and Warriors, they're coming. They're in striking distance. We got the new kids on the block. These teams we all thought were going to be good coming into the season, real contenders, but I just don't know if they're there yet. I think the Suns have the best chance just because they have a better record right now, and they have a chance to actually play like a worse team while the Lakers and Warriors are going to be forced to play a Nuggets, a Clippers, a Thunder, T-Wolves. So these new kids on the block are kicking the old ones out. Pick a damn direction. These teams, to me, every week, these teams seem to be the biggest movers on the tiers as of late, post All-Star break. One team plays really well one week, one team plays really poorly. It's just too much. This is mainly about the Cavs because they just keep doing whatever the fuck they want to do and not win. The Knicks, same kind of deal. They had a really good January and February, or they did not have a good February, sorry. They're now 5-8 in their last 13 games. Not great. And the Heat, they're the opposite direction. They start terrible, and then they figure it out and just become like the best team in the NBA around this time. And the Mavericks, same kind of deal. You can't lose to the Sixers without Embiid on your home floor. You just simply can't do it, so they had to get dropped. Then we got tertiary consumers. A little throwback to school for you guys. These are the third tier contenders to me. I think there's a clear top 6 teams in the NBA, and I think these are the third tier of teams right now. And that's the Timberwolves, the Bucks, and the Clippers. We got secondary consumers with the Thunder and Nuggets. I think one of those two teams is going to end up coming out of the West. A little hot take, I guess.
Is what Matt is.
Huh?
The next thing is what you are.
Primary consumer, baby. We got the Boston Celtics. I mean, just winning by 50 points on versus any team, let alone the Warriors. Just respect. This team's won 12 straight or 11 straight. They're unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, that's week 20's tiers. We're getting high up in these tiers. We only got about a month and a half until playoffs, and the playoff tiers will be here. Don't worry.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
That's week 20's tiers. I'll see you guys again next week. But as you know, Finn and Slim make their move. And I don't know who we started with last week. Who seems more eager to make their move?
I'll go first again this week.
Okay, Finn, go ahead.
No problem doing that. Painful move for me. Move hurts me down to my core. We're about to do a video on this team too, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I understand strength of schedule is a factor, but since the All-Star break, Bucks are leading number one every defensive category. I feel like they got a little bit of a spark lit under their ass. They're the worst coach in the NBA, and they're still playing well, so that deserves a little bit of credit. I'm gonna move the Bucks up to secondary consumers. Can I make a move without bringing anybody down?
Yeah.
I'd like to just move the Bucks up. Both those teams, I feel, deserve to be in secondary consumers, so I'm not going to be pulling anybody down. But again, pains my soul. The Bucks have just been playing great fucking defense, and shout out, crash out, Bobby Portis. Can you go down?
Mm-hmm. More.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to wager right now to the TOT faithful that the Nets are in the play-in. $20 to a random subscriber if the Nets are not in the play-in. The momentum this team has with their new coach smacked around the baby Schlong Hawks. 1-2 straight. We're about to win tonight. We're about to win 2 more after that's going to be a 5-game streak, and then we're going to take it to the Cavs on War Day on Saturday, okay? Or on Sunday, okay? The Nets are on a historic run right now, and I think it needs to be documented.
Historic run. You've won 2 games in a row.
Let's move the Nets up to welcome to the offs. The Nets are making the playoffs.
We're not going to make the offs. You can put them in the
Nets are
play.
making the playoffs this year. That's all. I rest my case.
Okay.
What is good with
Slim, what's your one move?
Man, clap it up for Maddie. Phenomenal week. Maddie and the council, we appreciate you. Phenomenal list. Like, follow, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate you.
Check the shorts out.
That's what he said.
I said check the shorts out, everybody who's watching.
And then I didn't hear what you said. It took a second, and I was like, yeah, that's what he said. I got it. But move forward.
Another one over here.
Am I going? I think I'm finna clown Maddie.
That's fine.
It's deserved right now.
I deserve it.
New York.
You know that they're put in there. It's heavily weighted on the council's opinion, dude.
The New York Knicks deserve to be moved up, and I think that they should be in tertiary consumers. I feel as if that they have the depth and with structure, and I think that having anchors and Josh Hart and DiVincenzo is what allows them to be lethal. Like we talk about Denver arguably may not win that chip without Brucey B, and the same role that Brucey B played, I feel as if Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo, amplify times, 100. I think that they carried that energy, especially with Brunson on the floor. With all these cats healthy, is going to be a big problem for Boston to run into, for Milwaukee to run into, for whoever it is that they may have to play. And they showed that even with Brunson hurt and everybody else who, would really solidify their position in that game, New York still prevailed and beat Cleveland at home. You know what I'm saying? So like Cleveland doing what they doing, no diss, but I think that deserves a Knicks move this week.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I think you could have moved the Cavs down, and I wouldn't have disagreed with you.
I thought that's what you were about to do.
Yeah, moving the Knicks up. I mean, I'll just do a short little soliloquy on it, but they're not playing like they had a good game versus the Cavs. Don't get me wrong, but they haven't played good in a long time. And I guess you could say last night was good, but I haven't got like the last time we saw them all, it was very different. Like I don't know. I don't want to go too much into it. We'll do a Knicks video soon.
You let them snatch Don's chain?
Yeah, I texted Judd about that today.
Definitely got your panties in a twist, dude.
I texted one of my friends today. I said, if we don't start George Niang and just have him immediately from the jump ball run up to Josh Hart and punch him and get suspended for the rest of the series, this team has no fight. So that's what I want next time we see him.
Perfect mini fridge move.
Yeah, but that's week 20's tiers. Crazy even saying that. Made it to week 20. But yeah, Like
We have done 20 weeks of these tiers, okay? Do you know how long that is? Do you know how many months that is? That's 5 months, okay? If you haven't liked and commented and subscribed by now, we've been doing this every Monday for 5 fucking months. Best show on YouTube, and it was never close. Not 2, not 3, 1, okay?
all right, like, comment, subscribe.